Hey, welcome to the equal number of wall layer videos. Equal number of wall layer videos. Someone asked about wall layers and how you wall layers. I created a little plan here with a bunch of different walls on it. 7-7, a bunch of different walls on it. And here's a perfect example of possibly what we're talking about. How do I deal with this? I say you need to have the equal number of wall layers on the exterior face of a wall and on the interior face of a wall. Because if you do, then they all meet nice and cleanly. Look at this. Here are two different walls, here and here, two different walls. They have the same number of wall layers on the outside. And notice how it's a nice clean fit. The materials intersect correctly. Here's another example where this wall has fewer wall layers than this wall. And look at all this mess. You get all these lines going through. It's not a nice clean fit. When you have the equal number of walls, they all kind of intersect correctly. You got what I'm saying? Now now Glenn reminded us, or actually I knew it, I just didn't want to get into it. Glenn reminded us of this tool, the edit wall layer intersection. Edit wall layer intersections, and I'll show you how that works in a second. But that's a new thing. But before we had this, what we really had to do is have the equal number of wall layers. What we had before that tool was introduced, before this tool was introduced, we needed the same number of wall layers, so we didn't get this kind of a situation. Why is that situation bad? If you take a backclip cross section, HB, of something like this, and I exaggerated everything, I get that. You will see that. What am I looking at? Oh boy. Oh boy. That would be 1 to the second. Yeah, second wall over here. There is a gap right here. There is a gap right there. You're actually seeing the siding. You're actually seeing this siding go on through. Watch this. If I use the edit, in fact, if I use that tool right now, edit wall layer intersections, and I come over here and I pull this back like this. Notice, see that went away? See that went away? Now, if you get rid of the colors, what happens is for your if you get rid of your colors, and you send this to layout, you get a bunch of extra lines in there that you probably don't want. It's a mess. It's a mess. So that's why I said we need the equal number of wall layers. Now, and I'm not sure if I stand by that with this new tool. I'm not sure if I stand by that. Here's a perfect example right here of what I say we need to have, equal number of wall layers. But look at this. Look at this. Hey. Oh, which corner am I looking at? Where's my corner that I'm looking at? Gotta figure it out. It is it is 7-7. I think it's this layer right here. There it is. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And what the whole thing is, which material hides the other material? Does this white material right here, HR, there? Does this house wrap cover the edge of the siding, or does the edge of the siding cover the house wrap? Right now, you can tell that the siding covers the edge of the house wrap. And if you look at it in plan view, that's not apparent. You can't really tell which covers which. Now watch what happens here. This is what we did before this new tool came out. We came back here and went structure through wall, and watch what happens. I think white right now. Now you're going to see that the house wrap on the right is going to cover the siding because I used the through wall at start and end. See that? Now, if I suppose I just change my mind, I say, no, I want the siding to cover the house wrap. Come over to here and through wall, and I think it's going to fix it again. There. That's what we had to do. Now, with the new tool, we could do something different. But you know, another advantage of this new tool actually is if I look at this plan, I can't tell which covers which, can I? But if I right-click on this and use the edit wall layer, I can come over here and select this. See this? House wrap covers. House wrap covers. And the added benefit is it's very clear in plan view what's covering. It's very clear in plan view what's covering. Stop. back on. I got rid of my grids. I just don't like my grids. So that is really another advantage of this. Suppose I right-click this wall here, right-click and edit wall layer intersections, and I can come over here and pull this over like that now. And so that's sort of, it's kind of, I get it. It's cool. It has the added benefit in plan view, making sure of what layer covers which layer. That's kind of nice. I don't like to, since that tool came out, I don't think I've ever used it. I know about it, but I don't use it because I'm lazy. 7.7. So I'm gonna see if I can drag this on a little bit more and just see if I can come up with any other reasons why we want to play with this. Here it is right here. You can see that this siding doesn't come all the way to the brick because I have multiple layers. If you insist on using different number of layers on the exterior, this tool is very handy because you can right click this, edit wall layer intersections, and now I can come over here and let's see if I can, and now I can pull that side. See, I pull that siding over. That can get kind of tedious, but actually it does have its benefits. You betcha, buddy. Suppose I pull this over like this. Suppose I pull this back like this. Check that out. You can see what's going on over here. Suppose I take this wall, edit wall layers, and I pull this out like this. Oh. See, I pulled everything out at one time there. That's sort of interesting, isn't it? I think it's interesting. Edit wall layers. Let's pull this out like. I wonder what happens now. Oh, I pulled the whole thing out. But if I could, can I pull this back? Yeah. Did you see what happened? Looks like you could kind of play with this a lot. Suppose I pull it back. Oh, I can't pull it all the way back. Actually, I pulled it back to a certain distance. Look at this. You know, I don't know if you ever want to do this, but I'm just playing with things. Oh, look, this exterior layer will only go back as far as the interior face of this intersecting wall. That's what's going on there, I guess. So this tool, I mean, it's kind of cool in a way, I suppose. Well, I don't know. Anyway, the equal number of wall layers is something we had to use before we had this tool. And can I milk this any longer? I don't know. Hang on a second. Let me see. Any interior faces? Oh, let's look at this right in here. What happens here? 7.7. 7.7. There it is, right there. Let's see what we want to do. Suppose I want to pull this layer to here. There you go. And I think one of the things that spurred on the creation of this tool was the SIP walls that people were having problems with. Check that out. Stop. By the way, I'm just changing this wall type. See the wall on the right? See all that airspace there? I created it's by heck of by golly, I accidentally made that all airspace. So I'm making it okay. So I'm giving all these. I'm getting rid of the air gaps in here. I'm just going to see how things what it looks like. Plan material and white oak blonde. That's fine. So now let's see what we have with this. See, I created a bunch of different wall layers in there. You get what I'm saying there? I got tile, I got mulch, and then I have something else here. So now let's see if I want to change any of this stuff. Suppose I want to pull this back to here. I can pull the tile back to there. Check that out. I can pull the mulch back to. Let's pull the mulch back to there. Pull this back to there. You see what I'm doing here? HV. Cancel. H vector. Yeah, see, I'm just starting to play around with these things. So that's the idea behind the tool. So I think my initial answer was not very good. Of course, Glenn had the better answer. Take a look at edit wall layers and pull this out to here, I guess. Yeah, you see what happened. Pull out a little bit further and that siding can cover the brick. Anyway, if you want to futz with that, that's the true way to do it. that's probably the perfect way of doing it. You can really control those wall layers. I like to blow and go, so I don't like to think about this stuff too much. But if I had to, I could. So there's two solutions to the problem, and the question again was which exterior face material covers which material, and this is the perfect example right there. How do you control that? And there's two ways of controlling it. One is using the through wall, and one is using the edit wall layer tool. That's the end. That's the end.